Hey guys, so I've been working on a new iOS app and it's finally available, so I'm excited to announce it here. It's called Ear Dojo and it's an ear training quiz exercise. So I'm gonna roll a quick demo here. So basically the way it works is that you're presented with a sound, so either an musical interval, a chord, or a scale. And then you're giving a few different choices and you have to identify which one it is. So for example, you'll hear something like a major third interval, and then you have to pick major third, or you'll hear like a major scale or a minor scale or a bunch of different chords. There's kind of a library of intervals, chords, and scales in there. And the idea is that it's just like a rapid fire quiz that never ends. So it's infinitely generated and it gets harder and harder progressively the better you do. So there's a little streak system there. So the more you get right in a row, the more you progress and the more advanced the questions become. And then you can kind of lose your streak and you can keep track of how many you got right, how many you got wrong. And in the options, you can actually customize whether you want to include intervals, chords, scales, or maybe just one. So if you just want to practice intervals, you can kind of isolate the intervals only and just work on those. And then there's two kinds of tests you can do. One is that you have to identify it by text, so like the word major third. And the other one is identified by notes, so you'll see a little piano keyboard as an option, and you have to identify it by visually seeing the intervals. So you might be wondering, what is the point of ear training? Well, ear training has a few different benefits, but more practically for me, it allows me to quickly be able to identify things I hear in other songs and also things I hear in my head. So this is a great tool for songwriters. So for example, if you're singing a melody in your head, or if you hear a melody like doo dee, you can quickly say, okay, this is this type of interval, so then you can quickly translate it without having to guess on the notes. And the more you do this, the more you can kind of immediately determine what's going on. And you don't have to necessarily know exactly what the intervals are, but sometimes you can also just know the flavor, like the flavor of a chord or the flavor of a scale, knowing the difference between a melodic minor and a natural minor, and just being able to hear that in the different music you're hearing. Eventually, it's just like another tool in your tool belt of songwriting, that the more you train all these different aspects, the more you can sort of improve overall. So I wanted to keep this app super simple and focused, so there's no menus, there's no crazy features that you can customize. It's really straight to the point. You just launch it, you're straight into the quiz, and you just keep going. It goes on forever, so if you get bored, you can just close the app or whatever. And then next day you can pick it up again. So if you're commuting somewhere, you just want to rapid fire through a few of these, you can do it that way. Or if you're just sitting down, you're bored somewhere, you can do it that way as well. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. I put a lot of thought into keeping the interface simple. I wanted to make a nice, clean, kind of playful UI. So hopefully that translates through. So yeah, check it out. I'll put links in the description. It's available right now for all iPhones and iPads starting iOS 11 and tested to the newest iOS 13 as well. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next.